several things to work on from last year. From a logistical standpoint, with the number of cars we're trying to field now in all the different categories, we literally had a personnel, problem being able to have tools, power, parts, the things that you need to be able to race one car are now spread across 4 or 5 different cars. So we kind of got together as a team and decided the best way to solve this problem is that every car has a unique set of tools and required sort of odds and ends that you need to run that car. Every car out there is different in the garage. Everyone's got a little bit of a different nuance, special tools for this one doesn't need those kind of tools. So we tried to divide that up so we have our main toolboxes that we were trying to run 5 cars out of are still going to be there, but they're going to be more like a distribution area. If you need something special, you go to that toolbox. If you don't need something special, your standard, normal, routine maintenance, check between rounds, adjustments, whatever, every car has its own power supply. Every car has its own battery charger. Every car has its own air supply. So that basically you're 5 complete whole teams, not one team trying to work on 5 cars with the same stuff you had to work on 1 or 2. The other thing was, with the number of cars and the number of people, being able to better manage the resources that we had as far as people and keep track of what's going on with each individual car, we decided that it was better to have basically car chiefs. So at this point, I'm in a spot where I'm overseeing all of the cars as far as the electronics go, data acquisition and engine management and the calibrations. So I'm sort of one tier here, looking at every single one of them. I've got Eric, who's essentially running the 10.5 car on his own, and then I'll look in, but I'm not sitting with the 10.5 car all the time. Josh is here to do the same thing on the Lexus. I may end up on top of a couple of these other cars, but I'm sort of a step back, being able to oversee multiple cars, but not be hands-on immediately on every single one of them, so that they're not stuck waiting in line for me to be able to get from one to the other.
I've raced something of some sort all my life, and off-road stuff, bicycles, motorcycles, four-wheelers, go-karts, just whatever I could race, and the drag racing thing picked up about for me. I did some, when I was younger, maybe doing some things I shouldn't have been doing, but picked it up with doing it on a more of a professional level about 10 years ago, and it's taken me a lot of places. It's brought me here, of course, and I've gotten to see a lot of things. I've gotten to do a lot of things like the ADRL 3-second club. We were the 4th member of that, and that's something that we're real proud of, and we're the only clutch car of the 3-second club. We're still trying to set goals and trying to get there, and it's been a little slow. These things are so fast now. It's kind of slow progress, but it is progress. I mean, we kind of sat in the 640 range for a long time, and then it seems like things have progressed here over the last 2 years. And anyways, I'm real anxious to see if we can get this car in 600s.
takes the right conditions, and as the track and everything else changes just by a little bit, the car setup doesn't work anymore because the margin for error is really, really small. But I mean, you know, we're trying to do something that no one's ever done before, and it's really hard to run these cars that hard, you know. It doesn't matter whether you're on this continent, you're in a different country, you know, during the day, during the night, whatever, it doesn't really make a difference. It's hard no matter what.
Well, we just make some small changes. We did some stuff with the engine, some power. You know, it's definitely making a little bit more power. Worked on the suspension in the car. The four-link has been changed. The ride heights have been changed. That type of thing. When we went 614, it didn't make a very good run. It didn't make a good run at all. We just made a better run with some adjustments, you know, to the car. You know, the car's not going down the track every run because you're trying to draw a map to a place that nobody's ever been. So we're just kind of working from there.
What's your thing? 60. Yeah, I do. Two JZs. Stock block. No nitrous. Don't you? No nitrous.
Shit. What, 88? 78? Good job. What are you?
Oh, y'all.
Dude, you're the one that gave it to us.
Wasn't a bad shake though. It was paddling.
It's never done in the middle of that track. That motherfucker went 4 flat, shaking its ass like it was slow as shit. 4 flat, 188. 4 flat, 188.
I said 102. 4 flat. That's good. That's better.
605, 240.
I heard the mile an hour too.
Almost there, like 2.
I knew it was fast. It bogged on when I dumped the clutch, it bogged pretty good. We wanted to just go A to B, and we didn't want to try to do anything crazy. So the 60 foot was off, you know, a little bit. It went 102. Probably should have went 1 flat or 990, but it bogged really bad. And it shook a little while in low gear. It shifted in a second, and everything caught up. And I knew it was pretty fast. I wasn't real sure what it ran, but I knew it was pretty fast. And I think the thing that, what is it? Wow. I bet it's 6 feet and everything else. So I think the thing that surprised me the most was the speed, 240 mile an hour. It was definitely moving.
I mean, it feels great. I mean, that was the whole goal coming into this season, was to get that title back. You know, and we're close enough to the 5-second zone that's, I mean, we've thought about it before, but now it's a real possibility. I mean, even as good as that run was last night and the 2 runs we made today, which basically we're going to try and repeat the same thing, there's still a little left. But the problem, it's so close to the edge of not going, and that's why, you know, it went 6:05, and then 2 runs it went almost and then didn't go, you know, or it went halfway down and spun the tire or whatever. It's so close to not making it, and you know, it feels awesome to bring it back for EK. I mean, it's just always good to do well for him. He's just such a likable guy, and I mean, he's the best possible person to ever work for. He's, you know, no matter what we do, even if we did bad, he's still congratulative, he's still appreciative, he's still happy. So from that standpoint, you can't work for anybody better, but still it's nice to, you know, give him what he desires.
Very good job.
You guys did great. Good job, guys.
Today we had 2 pretty successful runs with the Camaro. We just got it back from the States. We ran a few races with the Professional Drag Racers Association, the PDRA, in the States. We #1 qualified their race and went to the semifinals. And unfortunately, we had to bring it back. We couldn't finish this series over there. We had to bring it back for round 1 here. So we had to make adjustments from conditions in the States to conditions here. We went 385, our first qualifying attempt, and then we came back and went 384. And we're well on our way to, you know, picking away at that thing and making it run to its potential here.
I think what's behind our achievement is teamwork. Without teamwork, you can't achieve your goals or your missions. We're really a big team. I think we used to be 28 about 2 years ago, and then we have reached 40, and now we're nearly 55 between crews, photographers, PR, and everything. We're really growing. What's driving us is the fans. The cheering from the fans, the interaction between us and between the fans, between other drivers, between other teams. These things make us move forward and try to push more. The second thing behind driving our team is I want to raise the name of Bahrain, the name of our country globally with our achievement, so people could see that our local Bahrainis with the expertise of expat can achieve really astonishing and amazing numbers and world records. A lot of people have been asking us, why don't you race in America or any other place in the world? Why do you insist on racing in Bahrain? I've been answering this a lot on Facebook and Instagram and other social medias. Number one is sponsorship. We're running the car without a sponsorship, and shipping the car international takes a lot of logistic. Shipping the car by plane, having the car back. We're running a really big team with over 20 guys. The logistic of them, getting the visas, shipping the parts, it's a little bit challenging, especially if we're running the same. I mean, right now, like in America, they're running the same time as we're running our local series here in Bahrain. So our priority is the Bahrain Drag Championship. Hopefully, once we finish the championship somewhere in April, we're willing to race anywhere in the world, only if we get like a sponsorship. Without a sponsorship, for me, it's not feasible. I mean, at the end of the day, we're racing against a clock. So it doesn't matter if the clock is here in Bahrain, in Doha, in America, in Puerto Rico. It doesn't matter. I mean, we're not racing against each other.